Hello guys. I know I've been away for a while and I'm sincerely sorry about that. I've been trying to complete my setup here, getting few more gadgets so that I could bring you guys more quality content on here on how to design easily. And I think we're back for good now. So today I'll be teaching you guys how to design this beautiful onboarding screen you see here. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'll tap letter F on my keyboard for frame. I'll bring in my Android large frame as usual. Yes, this is my Android large frame. Then I'm going to create this shape here. I know most of you want to know how to create this shape. I'll teach you right now. So for me to get this shape, you have to first have something at the back of your mind. You cannot get this kind of shape with a frame. It has to be a rectangle. And I'll also be teaching you guys how to use two rectangles or two different shapes or two shapes to get one. That is using one to manipulate the other one. So the first thing I do is I'm going to draw a shape, a rectangle that is exactly the width of my frame. So if you guys should see, my frame is 360 pixels. So I'll draw a rectangle which is also 360 pixels. I'll tap R on my keyboard and drag a rectangle here. Adjust the width to 360. Yes, so I have my rectangle now. The next thing I'm going to do is I'll draw another rectangle at the top. I'll tap R again and draw another rectangle just at the top of that. Centralize both rectangles. Yes, I may want to make that smaller a bit. And the next thing is I'm going to hold my shift key and drag it down just right into the first rectangle here to create this inner space here. And the next thing after that is I'll highlight both of them. After highlighting them, I'll tap M for mango on my keyboard. So M actually helps you manipulate these two shapes, right? So I want to use this upper one to cut into this lower one. So once I tap M, it becomes editable like that. Then I'll hold my alternative key. Once you hold your Alt key, you can click on the part you want to delete. So once I click on this place, it deletes that part for me, and I have been able to just chop into this lower rectangle here. Then I tap my enter key when I'm done. Click outside, delete this smaller rectangle as we don't need it anymore. Now I have the basic shape for this bottom. So how did I make this place curve and slant like this? The next thing you do is you double click on this rectangle here. Then I'm going to click this first one, this node. A node is a place where two lines meet actually. So I'll click on this node once. Then I'll bring it inside. You have to count your steps because you cannot afford one place being larger than the other one. So you have to make sure it's equal. So let's count as we nudge it inward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 16 pixels. So I'm going to nudge this one. So again, I'll click on this and nudge it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I'm done with that. And the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to select all the nodes around there. That is, click on this, hold your shift key. Now we use the shift key to select two or more things, multiple items, right? So now I want to select multiple nodes. I'll click on the first one. I hold my shift key, click on the next node here, click on the node here too, and then click on the node here too. Now I've selected these four nodes. Or another way you could do it is you could just highlight the four nodes like this from the top, and that selects them for you. And I'll just come here and I'll increase the corner radius here. So I can take the corner radius to like 80. Yes, you guys can see now I have that curve edge all around those nodes I selected. Then when you're done and you're satisfied with the shape you have, you can just tap your enter key to stop editing that shape. And that was how I got this beautiful shape you can see here, guys. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give this shape the color of this one I have here. So I'll just copy the color, Ctrl C, then I'll give it to this one here, Ctrl V. Now I have my color. I can just drop it inside this frame. stick it to the bottom, stick it to the middle of that. Then I'll drag it down a bit, I don't want it going too much to the top. Yes. So that was how I got my shape. Then to get my text, just tap T on your keyboard for text. You can type your header text. For me, I love using ChatGPT. So just go to ChatGPT and prompt it to give you an onboarding text for maybe an African beauty mobile application with a subtext, and ChatGPT will solve that for you. So, but I'm gonna copy what I have right here. So that is redefining African beauty, one glow at a time. Yep. So I'm going to adjust that, bring it to the middle. I would give it a fixed width. I'll give it a fixed width. Okay, for you to be able to activate this fixed width, you have to manipulate the width first, either drag it longer or smaller just to activate this number here. So I can change it to 300. Then I'll just fix it at the center of my frame. So the meaning of what I just did is because when I make it bigger, I want it to just come to the next line by itself without me actually readjusting it up and down. So I'll increase that text. I'll increase it to 22. Yes, then I'll make it bold and I'll give it a good line height. About 36 is not bad. Yeah, 36 is not bad. So that is going to be my header text here. Then I need my body text too. I would hold my shift and my alt key and drag it down for the body text. I'll change it to the body text here, which is 14 pixels. And I will also edit that. Okay, yeah. So I got that too, guys. So my header text and my subtext becomes one auto layout. Shift A, putting them in the middle of the screen like this. I'll shift it up a bit. Yes. And I need my button. So to design your button, I already taught you guys how to design buttons in one of my videos. Please, if you don't know how to design buttons, scroll through my channel and see for yourself how to design a button in just 3 to 5 minutes. So I'll make this text a button now and say create account. Take it back to auto width. I'm going to quickly grab the icon, arrow icon from my assets here. Okay, yeah. So I'll just drag this to the front here. I'll also make it white. So my text button is supposed to be bold. I'll take it to bold. This text and this icon becomes one auto layout. Shift A. So, but because my button is going to be white, so the text and icon inside has to be the color of this background. So I'll copy the color of this background. Ctrl C. I'll give it to everything here. Ctrl V. Then that auto layout becomes white. I'll just click on plus to make it white. And I would also make it a normal button size, which is 312 by 50. In the middle of my screen, align them to the center. Then I'll make it 100% corner radius. Yes, that's how to get your button. And the next thing I want to do now is to have the secondary button, which is the text button here. So I'm just going to duplicate this button and bring it down here. I'll change it back to white and say already have an account. That is one text on its own. I'll now duplicate this text now. Hold your shift and your alt key and drag it to the front. change it to login. Yep, so this first text becomes regular while this login becomes bold. So this text and this text becomes one auto layout also. I reduce the spacing between them to 8 or 4. Yes, that's awesome. So this text button and this becomes one auto layout, Shift A. Spacing between them 24 is okay. Yep. So I can bring this up a little bit more. Then you guys can see that this one has more depth than this one here. So to adjust the depth, just tap your enter key, it becomes editable. Then you highlight the two nodes under, then just use your up arrow key on your keyboard to shift it up a bit. Yeah, it's always editable. Then when you're done, tap your enter key. That's all. So I'll shift this to the top like this to give the button breathing space. So this text to this button becomes one auto layout again, Shift A, and the spacing is 40. Yes, so that is done. So how did I get this effect around this shape? It's very easy, guys. Just click on that rectangle again, then you give it an effect of inner shadow, not drop shadow now, inner shadow. Then you make your inner shadow white, FFF, and you just play around this as you see fit, right? So what I did was I used 00 to make it equal on all sides. I increased the blur a bit like this. Yes, and I also increased the opacity, and I just played around it a little bit to get what I have there. So yeah, that was all I did. Then this one is supposed to like stick to the bottom here, so I'll tap my enter key again, highlight the nodes under, then bring them up to the bottom of my frame. Yes, then I'll tap my enter key when I'm done. So like that, you can have that effect all over the screen, both from the top and the bottom. Then I click on the screen here and just give it a corner radius of maybe 20 or 24. I'm not sure what I used there, but let's use 24 here. And make sure you are clipping your content, please, so this one doesn't show. If I don't clip this content, this one will keep showing under here, and it's not supposed to be. So you guys can see the top is curved and the bottom is not curved. So yes, I clip my content. And to get your picture is very easy. Just go to your Pinterest and search for African beauty. Yeah, so you guys can see a lot of cute pictures here that you could use. So you just have to choose anyone that resonates with you, and that's all. So I think I love this picture. It's vibrant. So I'll just right click on it and copy the image, come back to where we're designing. I'll click outside and paste it, Ctrl V to paste. Then you drag that inside this frame here, paste it in the middle, stick it to the top. Then I'll right take it underneath everything I have here. You're just going to press the button immediately after your letter P on your keyboard. That weird bracket, yes, the sharp brackets, just click on it once. It's going to send the picture back, to send it to the back of everything you have there already. Then I can reduce it a bit to just fit into the width of the frame like this. Yeah, there I have it. And yes, lest I forget, I also have my carousel here. So to design this carousel here, it's very simple, guys. So all you just need to do is tap O for orange on your keyboard. Click anywhere, it's going to give you 100 by 100. Then I will lock my constraint here and just drop it to 6 pixels or 10 pixels. Yes. So I'll duplicate that in 2 places. Hold your shift and your alt key, drag it to the side, duplicate it in 2 places, put both of them in one auto layout, Shift A. Then I would make the active one a rectangle. So I just tap a rectangle, tap R on your keyboard, drag a rectangle of your choice, and you give it 100% corner radius here. and just drop it in the middle of that auto layout. If it's not working, just cut it away. Ctrl X to cut. Click on the auto layout and Ctrl V to paste it inside. Then you take it to the middle with your left arrow key. And I'll give that the color of this primary color here. Just copy your primary color, Ctrl C. Give it to this one here, Ctrl V. Yeah, that solves it all. And I'll just take my auto layout and put it on top of this picture here. So guys, that was how I designed this page. And the last thing, yeah, paying attention to details. You guys can see my button also have an inner shadow here. So I'll click on this button ASAP. I would also give it an effect of inner shadow. Then the inner shadow is coming from the bottom, not from the top. So I'll just put the Y on minus. That will be -4, which means it should come from the bottom. Remember, I copied my color code the other time, so that color code I'll paste it here again, or I'll click on it here, I'll copy it again, Ctrl C, then I'll click on my button, come back to the effects, then I'll paste it here, Ctrl V, and tap my enter key. Yes, and I'll just increase the opacity to like 40. So guys, that was how I got this beautiful page you're looking at. Follow my channel for more videos like this. Please, I also have other channels. I have a TikTok account, I have a Twitter account, I have a LinkedIn account. I need your support, guys. And you can also see my full project case studies on my Behance portfolio. And the link is in my bio. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day ahead.